Hi everybody, Brandy here. Let's link arms and get everybody across the CPTD exam finish line. Today in Lesson 5, we're going to learn how to create flashcards to study the important information you need to pass the certification exam. We're going to go inside of the prep course and we're going to look at the power of flashcards, how to organize our decks for maximum efficiency and effectiveness, and learn how to include those assessment questions that are inside of your CPTD prep course to really maximize your study time. All right, let's go into the electronic TDBoK and take a look. All right, once I'm inside of the TDBoK and I'm going to the table of contents, I'll be in domain 3, and I'm actually looking at 3.4, the talent strategy and management, and focusing on clarifying the purpose of the marketing strategy. That was one of the questions that I determined was going to be on the test from the About section inside of the prep materials. So here is the question, clarifying the purpose of the marketing strategy, and here is the answer down below. This is how I create a flashcard. So I will highlight it, and I'll go down to Create Flashcard, and it's asking me what deck do I want to put it in. If I don't have the deck here, I can create new deck. Generally, I would have all of my decks, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, and have them named, so you'll want to add those. This is the Talent Strategy and Management deck, so I put it inside of there. And then here is the question here, and well, here's the information that came in. I know that this is the answer, and I want the question on the front of my card. This is the front, and this is the back. So this little button right here will swap the two. So here's the question on the front and in the back. And the question is, what is the purpose of the marketing strategy? And sometimes what I will do is I'll put just parentheses here, and I'll say 2. And that will let me know that there are 2 purposes because I read through the information ahead of time. So basically here it says there's 2 clear purposes for the marketing strategy. The first one is the overall learning culture, and the second one is making sure that everyone in the organization understands the products and services. I can keep all of that information here on my card if I want to. I like to summarize the information. So I'm just going to put 1, the learning culture, and I'm going to put 2, making sure the organization knows the products, services, etc. from the TD team. Now this is enough information for me. What you're going to do is find out how much information you need in order to be successful and then include that here. Once you're done, you merely press save. And I have here, what's the purpose of the market strategy? If I want to review those flashcards, I go up here to play flashcard. And here are the ones that I've already created, and I'm going to review them. Which question should a talent development professional consider most important in developing a clear purpose for a marketing strategy? And if I remember correctly, I think it's what will the end result be? So I come up here and I click, what is the ultimate result that is expected? I knew that one. So I just select I know it and move on. And then I can continue to move on here. What I wanted to show you though is, and it's not going to allow me to go forward, but our question that we just built is inside of this deck. So I can go through each one and I can say whether or not I know it or don't know it. And I can mark those. And it looks like I have to actually flip them to see. This one I knew. And I can keep working my way through. And this will help me to learn these study questions. One thing that I do want to show you is how I'm using the pre-assessment to help me with this process as well. So basically what I do is I open up the pre-assessment, and I truly believe that every question on this exam is going to be applying the knowledge in the TDBoK. And so this question is, which questions would a talent development professional consider most important in developing a clear purpose for a marketing strategy? And again, what is the ultimate result that is expected? So I can highlight this entire answer, and I can copy it. I can right click and copy. And then I'm going to go back over to my bookshelf and I'm going to exit out of this here. And once I get back to the flashcards section, I'm going to open up the section I want to add it into, and then I'm going to press this plus button up here, and that's going to give me a new flashcard. What I do is I copy everything into this, and I realize that it doesn't allow you to put a lot of information on the front of the card, so this is what I've learned. I highlight the question, and then I copy it. You can do Control-C or copy. Bring it up here, and I paste it. I get rid of that information there. And then what I do is I get rid of all of the incorrect information because I just want to be able to answer it. So I get rid of this one because it's incorrect. I get rid of this one and this one because both of them are incorrect. And then I put in the correct information, and I also put in the information that they give me down below, and I press save. Now that question is inside of my flashcards, and I can study it whenever I need it. So I include both the information from the TDBoK as well as the pre-assessment questions that are inside of the study materials. Now the magic. You have the right material inside of your notebook. You have a flashcard system to review everything that you're learning. I recommend reviewing it 20 minutes before you go to bed, right before you fall asleep. Because then when you go into the deeper levels of sleep, your body will process it and your brain will process it through the night. To remember it, pull up those flashcards first thing in the morning and quickly review them. It could take 10 minutes, it could take 20, depending on the familiarity you have with the content. This way, your brain is maximizing your sleep time, which you've heard me say time and time again. Tomorrow, I'm going to show you how I put this whole system together into a 12-week year format to stretch the 80-hour study requirement or recommendation that ATD has given us across 12 weeks for maximum retention. I'm excited about some things I'm going to share with you in the upcoming days. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.